make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first and 10, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Set, 180. Check 56. Hey, alert 33. Check 24.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Set, 180. 56. He's tired of running.
They'll run with Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down and goal. Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken short. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Under 10. Run. He's checking. Pistol. Sway.
First down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
You looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. On second and goal, Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31.
A run for Nick Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
180. Mike 54. You get block me. You get that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Mayfield completes it to Higgins, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
They'll give it to Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 20.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
play fake. Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Chubb on the counter. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
We're scoreless after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. They run. Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
At the 5-yard line.
Check, 180. Check, right 54. Right 50. Run. Double dog. That's the way. He's coming. We got King. Check, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Set, 180. 54. Not today, Ron. Not today. Pistol. Press down.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. From 4 yards out, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Watch time.
7. And the Browns first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
First down, Browns.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Regular! Check three!
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Point it right.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, alert!
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, 180! Watch the pass!
They run again on first down, Chubb. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
180! Regular.
It's a pick
Point it
up
right.
of 6. Brings up 2nd
Hey,
and 4
over.
at the 50-yard line.
Watch the run.
Mike 55.
Real.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, I 7.
A give. This is Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A toss play to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost. Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business. And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels. Here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 23 yards, the final tally. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. On the carry, it's Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, D, get up. Hey, Zoo. All right,
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it. They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this kick is not going to be close. It's
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Sooner Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
51, Mike 51.
Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
We go 46.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Off. Baby side.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this 1st quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Running with Elliott. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Set, 180. Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run. They're running. Alert. Rush in.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
The tackle made by Robert Quinn.
Young Trent is here, baby. Young Trent is here.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Browns 7, Cowboys nothing.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Landry the intended target. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Here we go, dude.
Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Elliott looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. 4th down, Prescott. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's caught. Beckham. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check. Alert, 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 alert. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first down throw for Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Mark Ingram. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 41, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's checking. Crash, slam. Check.
Regular.
Check 99.
Pistol. 3. Hey, Delta.
Nice 57's mine. Let's go, defense.
They go with Chubb on second down. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Check three. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. And a fake here, direct snap to the up man. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Run. King.
A run for Nick Chubb. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Check 31, check 31.
They run. Chubb. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
57's a Mike.
Hey, alert!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. It's caught by Roberts. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception? And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 56 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 39, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. On the ground, it's Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Check. Officer. 57. Mike, 57. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Hey, Echo. Let's go.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Here we go. Kill. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Stay with your man. Hey, alert 33. 57's Mike. One touch.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 39 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Alert. Watch the slant.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
180. I got you. Up. Jim. Switch.
Chubb on the counter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 87 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Chubb on 1st down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Whip, 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 whip.
King.
Check, crunch.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But it'll be second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Jackson throwing again. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Jackson being chased out, and a touchdown here as we near the end of this ball game. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him, but I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts, but his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Jackson, and he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the sack on first down, Jackson, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Check it back, check it back.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
King!
Following the interception, Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll advance no further, so he can't bring it back for two, but the extra point attempt is unsuccessful. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 20! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 45 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
51, Mike 51. Come on, boy. Come on, go.
Jackson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to...
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. There ain't any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Sit up. 180.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And his first look is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Trubisky to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Really nice pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and short. And you figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult 3rd down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The 3rd down run gets him nothing. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
180. Mike, 58, right there. Come on. 58, Mike, 58. Run. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Trying to get it to Landry there. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Protein spill.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Trubisky. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 62 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit and try and calm things down?
A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears have retaken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Point it right.
Mayfield down. It's caught. Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're 33.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check 43. Big dance. Come.
And some room to maneuver. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Watch out. Check. Hot. Rush in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Bears 10. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded at the 2.
At some point, we're going to get it through. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Chubb pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing, Mayfield, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Down right around the 25. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Regular. Check. 59. Hey, what's the ball?
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The toss play to Montgomery. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd.
Yeah. Going up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Hey, 20. Hey, get in the weight room. Slam. 50.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alabama.
To throw, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Hey, 66. Buzz.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. And that'll set them back 5.
Interception, baby, all day.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4... You've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Landry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He hits White, complete. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
Check it, reload! Hey, Foxtrot. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Check it, reload!
Now Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Wait, 20!
Mike 51. Alert! 51 to Mike, boys.
Now Brady again. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Wait, 53!
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do it. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right there.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Open man is Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They saw the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He's coming, double up. SOS.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Seibert's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Hey, alert.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Regular.
Chubb on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
180. Pistol.
Team showed up. Check it out, Reed. He's coming. We got double up.
King.
Check 26.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Nick Chubb stops short. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Come to my school.
Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal?
Run.
And he takes this one in for a Browns score. From a yard out, and the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. You can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. The drive starts with a run by White. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. To throw is Brady. Slant route caught by Edelman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, White. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Now Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, wahoo! 72.
Brady to throw. He's got White here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw, Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Browns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more dress though. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay,